Hi guys, it's Lauren here, aka Flossabilities, back with my review of what happened in July in my stitching month. Hi guys, how's everyone getting on? Thank you very much for returning to those who've watched me in the past, and hello to any new subscribers. I really appreciate all the new subscribers I've got recently, so thank you very much. So yeah, I'm back as usual. It's the 1st of August, last month for summer. And I'm here to review what happened in July. That's how I work. I film on the 1st what I did the month prior. And today I have a few things to show you. So I've got my usual whip update. I've got smidgen of happy mail to show you. I've actually got an FFO. So a finish from the past that's been made completely finished. FFO means fully framed object, or sometimes fully finished object, depends on the way you're viewing it. But that's what I mean when I keep saying FFO. And I've got a bit of news as well. Now, I don't normally give life updates. I don't tend to go on about my life often on my Flosstube, but I do need to tell you something this time because it's going to affect my video. Okay, so if you just indulge me for a couple of minutes. So for those who have been with me from the start might already know this, but for just in case you're new, me and my partner, we moved down from Scotland a couple of years ago to live back in England and to be closer to my family. And the goal was to kind of move down, maybe stop at my Mama Flossabilities for a year, and then find a property and just move into that for a bit, and then maybe eventually buy our own home. And when we moved down, the first year came and went, and COVID hit, and then we kind of inevitably got stuck for another year and a half, really. And Mama Flossabilities and Father Flossabilities have done exceptionally well because there's 4 adults in the house for a long period of time, so it can be difficult, but they've done amazing putting up with us. So now was the year, now that things have started to open up in the UK, for us to move, and I'm very pleased to advise that we have found somewhere, we have been accepted, and we are moving early September. Yay! So it's very exciting times, but it's also very nerve-wracking. We are literally starting from scratch. We have a lot to buy, a lot to assemble, a lot to clean, a lot to pack. There is a lot going on, and the fact that I even hit my targets this month with all that going on, I'm pleased to say I did, but just. And what it means is that as I film usually around the 1st of the month, so the period we're moving in, I would normally film to review what happened in August. So I'd film 1st September to review what happened in August. I've had a think about it, I've had a chat about it with my partner, and I think that sadly it's just a bit too much for me to try and knock out a Flosstube video in amongst all that. So I'm really sorry, but I am going to miss the 1st of September filming, and instead I'm going to come back the 1st of October and I will review August and September together, and I'll call it Flosstube 13 and 14, because that would have been 13 would have been September and me filming 1st September, and 14 would have been me filming 1st of October. So just sidebar, this is Flosstube 12, which means woo, I've done a year of Flosstube, so it is my Flosstube anniversary, and I'm telling you I'm missing a month. Never mind. So yes, it's very sad in one way, because I've got so used to getting to the end of the month and going, oh, I'm going to show you what I've got up to, and I won't be able to do that next month. But it's very exciting because me and my partner are going to get to go back to being on our own, and in our own home and our own decor, and it's going to make more sense, what I show you and my frames, and what I get a sense of me a bit more. So it's all very exciting. But yeah, so just a heads up, there won't be a video out for me at the end of August, beginning of September, because I'll be skipping it. Okay, so just sidebar that for a minute. There's now then a second plan come along because of this. So for those who've watched my video again for a few times, I'm currently only working on 3 whips. They're full coverage, and I'm a very goal orientated person. So I I'm only working on these 3 whips and will not start a new one until they are done. So when we were picking the frame for the FFO I'm going to show you, my partner said, oh, isn't it a shame that we can't buy a frame for Paisley Rabbit Halloween, one of the whips I'm working on, because when we move in it'll be the start of autumn and I'll be thinking about Halloween decor, an autumnal decor. And he said, oh, isn't it a shame that you won't be able to put that up? And I said, I know, but I'm just not going to get it done in time with doing the 3 whips in the rotation I do. They get 10 days of each month and there's 30 days in the month. That's the month taken up. And then a bit of a kind of epiphany moment came to my head and I was like, well, if I'm not filming for 2 months, and so I don't feel as obliged to kind of show more, why don't we just see how much I've got left of Halloween, and if it's even possible, just if I worked on that solely to get it finished. And we worked out that something like, it's about 75 days from today, 1st of August, to the middle of October. And that's probably the longest I could leave it and then have it finished in time to be framed for Halloween. And if I did, it worked out something like, if I did 570 stitches a day on average, I could finish Halloween in time for Halloween. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to use this opportunity that I'm not showing you guys anyway to have 2 solid months on Halloween and come back to you on the 1st of October either with a finish, because I've just completely, outdone my 570 a day, or come to you with hopefully a very small portion of the piece to do so that it is finished on target for the middle of October. And of course, I'll still show you a reminder of where we're at with, Wise Old Owl. So when I show you Wise Old Owl and cheese delivery today, that is what they're going to look like for the next 2 months. And I'll just give you a reminder in October. And then ultimately, when Paisley Rabbit's finished, them 2 are just going to get 15 days every month instead of 10, because I'll split the 10 days that I worked on Halloween Paisley Rabbit into 2 5s and give them remaining 2 pieces, them 2 whips, the 5 days extra. And then we should see maximum progress on them because there's only 2. And cheese delivery is, I hit the 70s this month. I still think I can knock him out by December after I've done this challenge for myself, because he'll have 15 days to be worked on every month. So to summarise, I won't be back till the 1st of October. And when I come back, I'll have only been working on Halloween. And it's just helpful as well because I can pack up all my other cross stitch and I've just got this one project to focus on. I don't know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments, but that's what I'm doing. I've just decided to go a bit maverick with it. And I'm going to try and knock out a finish on Halloween. I don't know if I'm setting myself too big a challenge. Obviously, the whole of August, yes, I'm working. Yes, there's moments where I'm going to have to do things towards the new place. But I should still hopefully have my, evening time to get my normal kind of 500 stitches in. So we'll see. So it's scary, but we'll see. Okay, so just to review July, I'll just do a little review of July and just show my happy mail. Then I might just pause there, just give me a second to get my whips and FFO together. So in July, firstly, you've probably noticed a lot of UK Flosstube are saying this. It was hot. Oh my goodness, was it hot. It was, I think it's late 80s if you're American. It was like 30, 31 at times here, degrees, and it was just so humid. And unless there's a pool or AC or a cocktail in my hand, I just can't cope with it. I did not enjoy it. Summer is my least favourite month. I'm one of those weirdos that I just don't like summer. But I'm hearing quite a few people say that, so maybe I'm not a weirdo. It's my least favourite season. I appreciate all the seasons. I think there's a time for everything and it's needed. But it's not my favourite. I have enough insulation without 30-degree heat on top of it. I'm built for autumn, winter. So it was ridiculously hot to the point where you're like kind of sitting, dress stuck to you. fan on you, just blowing warm air, it felt like, needles slipping out your hand, and you're like under all this fabric, you're like, what am I doing to myself? So the fact that I managed to get my target is some sort of miracle. But then the week after it did that hideous week of heat, we had some epic storms and rain, and I'll just show you a clip of that here. Oh my goodness, guys. I know, it was so bad. And compared to, you know, I know we're in the UK here, and compared to some countries, it's absolutely nothing. But I just was so amazed by that, the weather difference, that we'd literally had this baking heat to just absolute kind of Disney level storm going outside. It was crazy. It's been a crazy month for the weather. Anywho, what else happened? Oh, so I got a little bit of happy mail. So I'll just show you that. It's literally 2 pieces. So I'm not going to like put it in the end. If you're not into happy mail, just skip this little bit. So the first thing that I got was a DMC metallic pearl. I've got 3 kind of special colours that I'm waiting on in Lakeside Needlecrafts. And because of the pandemic, and I think because of the EU situation with Brexit, the last time this was available was April, so it's took till July for it to come back into stock, and I just needed it for this pattern that I've been slowly kitting up, and you've seen in other videos I've been kitting up slowly. So this is what arrived. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's for, you know, around here, this kind of border. So yeah, I've been waiting for this to arrive, and the minute it came on, I bought it because I didn't know how long it would be before it came again. So yeah, bought myself some of that. Not going to be needing to use it for a while, but when I change my rotation, I've got it ready. For those who watched my last video, my partner... Oh, I'm so sorry. I just pulled you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not filming all that again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I do apologise. For those who watched my last video, my partner got me the Country Cottage Needlework Sample of the Month. His goal was to get me number 1 to 6 of the months, you know, January to June. Yeah, June. And January was out of stock at Patchwork Rabbit, but we located it at another company called Arts and Designs, which are based in Scotland. Really good company, a free delivery, things like that. And we managed to get the January one. Again, these are always showing as blurred on the phone, so my partner will put a picture here again like he did last time for me. So yeah, I've now got the first 6 as I wanted, and hopefully for Christmas we'll get the other 6. So that's it for Happy Mail. So I'm just going to pause there for a minute just to get myself organised, because obviously I'm not, and I'm pulling the phone off. And I'll come back with my whips and my FFO, and then that's it. Okay, thank you. Hi guys, back again with the whips and my FFO. I'm going to start with Wise Old Owl today. Again, they all only just kind of made the targets this month, but I did complete my goal. My goal is to get 5,000 on them each month. I'd like to get more, and I do sometimes, but this month it just wasn't a no-go. All of these are charted by Paine Crafts. The artist is Chris Dunn, and mine are all stitched 2/1, and then it's on 25 count easy guide linen. It's like I think it's an even wave Lugana. So Wise Old Owl, this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time you guys saw it. Okay, so this is how he looks today. Just give you an overview, guys, and then we'll go in as usual. Oh, it looks so beautiful. So, I've just been working on, oh sorry, I've really made that short. Let me just try and fold this better, I'm so sorry. It's getting harder and harder to fold. Just been working on this row. I think last time you saw it, I had like a couple of stitches over here to do and up here, and then some browns in the tail. So I completed that, so it wasn't much to do. This page took the longest because of all this confetti to make the feather effect. And then it was really bizarre. He's reading a book, a big book. You see where it ends there. So this looks black, the book looks black, but I basically had this kind of segment where I just had to go round down in black, darkest brown, 3371, a purple, a few light browns, and then like the edging of the book. And because the book's on an angle, it looked really strange just doing this big diagonal of black in the middle of the piece. It was really, it took me like, oh, I was like, is that right? But it is, and you can see as I've gone over into the second page, I started doing that again. There's the label of the front of the book is reading, and as I go along and go down, the angle will make more sense. I'm just working on a square page, so it looks a bit odd at the moment. Interesting fact though, if I just get this little few stitches done here, the owl is completely done, because I checked, his foot is hidden behind the book. All this is done, so if I just do this little connecting bit here, Mr. Owl's done. Can't believe it. But yet there's still like 40% of the piece to do. Yeah, there's this row to finish. When I say row, by the way, I realise I'm just saying things the way I call it, and I'm not really explaining it. When I say row, I mean a row of pages. I work in rows of pages, so I say a row finish is a row of pages finish. So when I finish this row of pages, I have another row and then a small row down here. So he was at 60.06% last time you saw him. I did 5,002 stitches, and now he's at 63.63. I noticed the percentage takes longer to get higher with him, because he's actually out of, it might not look it, but he's the biggest of all three pieces. He's got the most stitches in him, so he's 140,250 stitches, and so far I've done 84,235 of that stitch amount. So it, you know, even a couple of pages in, he's only going up by 2-3%. So I did as much as I could. Again, the heat was prevalent when I was working on him, and the confetti was a struggle. This is actually, even though it's not very interesting stitch, it does make it go quicker. So I actually did this like in 2 nights once I realised, oh my goodness, I'm about to film and I haven't even hit my target, and it kind of, you guys keep me strong, and I go, right, I must film and I must get as much as I can done. So I did most of this over the last couple of nights. But yeah, so we're just going to carry on from when I finished Halloween Paisley Rabbit in October. I'm hoping with the 15 days we're going to get maximum pages done, and I'm just mainly going to be working on this kind of black, brown, purple colours in the book, and obviously the edging of the pages, but that's mainly what it is. I think there's some objects from below appearing here over the book, so they may appear as well. But yeah, there he is in all his glory. So that's Wise Old Owl. Wonderful. So I'm showing you in a different order this week. It's just because I want to leave Halloween to last, because he's going to be the main focus. So I just want to kind of end with him. So next piece is cheese delivery, and this is what it looked like. No, sorry, this is what it will look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time you saw it. Okay, so last time you saw it, I was trying to get the row finished. I'd wanted to do it the month prior, but I couldn't do it in time. I'm pleased to advise I did get a row finish, and I moved to what I'm calling the last row of pages, because I've combined the page row that's like the natural one and a small partial page, and I'm combining it. So even though can do some good stitches on it, it's taking longer to show me moving across the row because it's a bigger page. I'll just show you where I got up to. So here is cheese delivery. I'll just go in. So the edge of that van was the row finish with the frame. And I then moved down to this new page. So normally they go down by 7 for like here, but I've added this in to get it to the bottom. So you see these stitches at the bottom, that's the bottom of cheese livery. That's the end. I've just got to carry on across. How exciting. So I did 5,001 stitches to finish the edge and move down here. But it doesn't look that much because the page is bigger, but never mind. So I finished pretty much I've got a floss parked here. I don't normally park, but I just did for this one piece. So I finished the frame down and got most of the van. And what I was finding is, so the page finishes like here, but the colours for the van were lending itself over here. So I did do a lot of kind of carrying over. And I think that's one of the reasons it didn't look like as much, but I've got the handlebars of, there's like they're called like a pallet, or I can't remember what they're called, where you like lean back with it and you've got the boxes on it. So there's a pile of boxes here, and a mouse will be appearing on one of these boxes. He's like climbing up them to get the cheeses inside to display them. So yeah, it doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is 5. They're only 5 across, so they're quite small pages. So this is the page, this bit here. So I did make a good start. We got the door handle and more writing here. Again, very confetti. I made a start on the boxes, and then we've got more of this pale down here. But yeah, I got at least the row, and I'm on, in my mind, the last row of pages because I'm combining them. So he was at 67.43% last time you saw him, and he's now at 71.49%. So we got to the 70s, guys. He is the smallest stitch count, only just compared to Halloween. He has 123,200 stitches in him compared to like Wiseout has 140,000. So you can see the difference there. And I've done 88,080 of them stitches so far. So yeah, I got my goal done of getting into the row, and I have reached the bottom of the piece. So you can see what the size of it will be. By kind of guiding your eye along the bottom of that row. And once Halloween's done, I'm just going to kind of work on that row and hopefully get a finish this year, maybe, hopefully. Well, that's cheese livery. That's it, guys. So the next piece, did the most work on this one, is Halloween. Halloween Paisley Rabbit is called. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time you saw it. So we made some good progress on this one this month. So I'll just show you where he is today. Here he is. I'm just coming closer. Okay. Oh, I've not bent that very well. So, I'm trying to remember where. Yeah, last time you saw it, I think I was still filling in a green door, the rest of the mat, and just finishing like this page. This was a page here. So I finished that. Did a whole new page, which was here. Very confetti page, was a lot going on. Her dress and the broom was so confetti. with the light effects from the house, you know, shining on the black outfit. And there's a bit of green here. So this page took me a while to do, with all his kind of garments hanging down. But I did get out of that page, even in this rotation, and managed to get a lot of the dark on the new page, because I always do darks first. So I just kind of gave myself the outline, and I got a good chunk of the dark done in that next page. And so there's not much really to go of this row. And this is the one that I'll be working on solidly to try and get up for Halloween. How cute is that raccoon now? And it's so lovely to see the length of Dracula, but there is still a bit more of him. He's got his feet here. So I did 5,685 on Halloween, which was really good. And I went from 61.28% to 65.82%. So there's 125,200 stitches in this piece. And I have done 82,402. So that leaves me with 42,798 to do in 75 days. Which is half of what I've done already. I've done 82,402 since starting this at the beginning of my Flosstube videos a year ago. And if I cut that in half, that's about 40,000, and that's what I've still got to do in it. It's a mammoth task I'm setting, but I'm going to go for it. We'll see. So this row is a continuation of her and a bit of the tail of the squirrel, this bit here. And then there's a pumpkin and some banister, and then I'm probably hopefully out the worst of the confetti there, and then we're just going to go down and hopefully get him finished. But I do love him, and I would love to have this up at Halloween this year. So let's try. It's fun, you know, it's our hobby. Let's go for it. Let's see what we can do. So that's all my whips, guys. I'm sorry that if you're a fan of cheese delivery or Wise Old Owl, that next time I see you in 2 months that you won't see any progress on them. But once Halloween's done, we're going to get some maximum progress on them. We're going to see it zoom along because of the extra time they're getting. So the final thing I've got to show you today is, as part of our moving, you know, I consider my cross stitch, I like to have my cross stitch finished either into an object or framed, and I see that as part of my furniture. So I wanted to try and get some old finished pieces made into whatever they need to, framed in this scenario, so that I have them ready to take with me, because we're moving in what I consider the first autumnal month of September, and I want to consider putting up some Halloween pieces towards the end of September. So the piece I've framed is, I showed you a finish from last year, a few videos ago, which is the Witchy Stiches Universal Monsters cell. I completed this last Halloween, but it just wasn't enough time, and it didn't really matter because we were still at Mama Flossabilities to get it framed, but I've done it this year. So I'll just show you. I frame everything myself, but I use a company called Picture Frames Express in the UK, where I can select the frame, give them the measurements I want, and then they send me a frame, acid-free board, and then I just lace it with, my trick is I use kitchen string. This is kitchen string, so it's slinky, silky, but it's very strong, and it's thick, and I use a big needle, and I laced it with this. So here it is, the fully framed object. And I absolutely love it. I did the best I could to get these straight lines on the house. It's so difficult with cross stitch sometimes, and I'm not a professional framer. There's things about it I would, you know, wish it would be a bit, but it, you know, it's a homemade object, so I'm very happy with that. And up at night near a candle, it's going to look all spooky. So I like dark wood frames normally, and I wanted to go with something black and very gothic, and just really go with the, you know, the fun of Halloween. And so I wanted something a bit kind of over the top for me, that would go with this piece. So Picture Frames Express had this kind of ornate frame with this antique gold trim on it, and I thought that would really pick up like the esophagus and the organ and the glow in the house, but still had this black spookiness. I'm sorry about any glare. But Yeah, I absolutely love it. And I really love this frame. We actually kind of went, ooh, that's quite nice for Halloween. And I started like putting Paisley Rabbit up against it. So this is like literally just like last minute. And this looks really cool in here. I really like it. So I might get the same frame for Halloween. Have this kind of as a bit of a running theme, this frame, and frame Paisley Rabbit in this one. But yeah, so you've got Vincent Price at the bottom, who we love. You've got Dracula, the Wolfman, the Invisible Man, the Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's Monster, Phantom of the Opera, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then I chose the Blood Moon. You could have variations of what type of moon you did. And I just did it on... it's kind of a bit of a mystery. I remember it was being called Dirty Linen, and I like the oldie worldiness of that. You know, it looked a bit antique-y. It's a bit of a nightmare for the creases, but I did my best with it. And I just think that looked really cool on the wall at Halloween. You know, maybe a table in front of it, a pumpkin, and some pine cones, and a spooky orange candle. I just think this is going to look nice. And the content of it we love, because we watch all the old black and white Universal Monster movies. So yeah, that's my FFO. I have actually got another frame on the way for a piece I'll show you on the 1st of October. I've decided to frame, because I've again put so much effort into finishing this last Christmas and I haven't framed it, so I want it up this Christmas. So I'm going to frame, needs an iron, I'm going to frame my 'Twas the Night Before Christmas poem, and I'm going to get that framed. So I've bought the frame, I just need to do it. So one of my goals before moving out is to get it framed so I can take it with me, and then it's ready just to go up in the property near Christmas time. So when I come back in October, I'll show you that framed. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my whips, my FFO, a little bit happy mail, and my news. Thank you so much again for joining me through this journey, and I can't believe it's been a year of Flosstube videos already. But thank you so much. I love reading all your comments. Please comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you all the 1st of October. See you then, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the summer, and yeah, speak to you soon. Okay, bye.